go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for our Shannon Briggs, known for his formidable punching power and aggression, won 88% of his fights by knockout. Here comes Riddick, Big Daddy Bowe. Despite being 6'5" tall, one of the best inside fighting heavyweights there's ever been.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Brooklyn, New York, the heavyweight champion of the world, Shannon the Cannon Briggs. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Brooklyn, New York, here is the Olympic silver medalist and the 2-time unified heavyweight champion of the world, introducing Big Daddy Briggs Bowe.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
It's a privilege and an honor to be here. I feel so lucky to be sat here talking about something I love.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Good counter punching. Missing with the hook. Catch and shoot. Good counter punch. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Did you see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. And Shannon Briggs just got rocked. Down goes Briggs. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? One, two, three, four.
They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe, or do they play defense here?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Punch, counter punch. Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That counter shot lands. Nice stop, but that won't score. Nice counter shot. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Counter punches have to hurt. And he just misses with that jab. Beautiful counter shot. We enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
Here we go. It's round 2. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just wants to win by knockout. He says if we go to the scorecards, it's a failure for me.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
That punch landed. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Jab misses. Nice counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A perfect counter lands. This Slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight. And he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a Slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. They exchange punches. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Did you see that? And Bowe is dazed. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
You know what? They've been in fights like that.
Let's get it started in round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You'd like to see more jabs. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
These punches coming from every angle. Which fighter will say no mas? Punch is beginning to take its toll. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
He threw a punch and just got countered. That jab misses. How about that time counter shot? That counter punch caught him clean. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Now I'm going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it...
Back at it in round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A perfect counter shot. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Nice job slipping that left uppercut. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A swing and a miss with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nice counter shot. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Quick punch scores. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
They block the uppercut. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
Where did... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
To make or break a fighter.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Both men step back for just a moment. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Well done with that counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. The straight right just misses. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.